Welcome to today's explainer. We're going to completely demystify the future continuous tense using a simple visual camera metaphor. Have you ever struggled to explain exactly what you'll be doing at a very specific moment tomorrow? Or gotten a little tongue-tied trying to coordinate plans? Well, that is exactly what we are tackling today.
Here's our roadmap. We're looking at the future snapshot, when exactly to use it, negatives and questions, avoiding common mistakes, and finally, a quick practice and summary.
All right, part 1, the future snapshot, capturing tomorrow.
So, the whole thing hinges on this core kind of mathematical formula. It's your subject plus will plus be plus a verb ending in ing. Once you master this foundational combo, honestly, the rest is a total breeze.
To really wrap your head around this, think of this grammatical rule like time-traveling photography. It's like taking a picture of an action happening right in the middle of the future. You aren't worrying about when it started or when it's going to finish. You're just capturing that one frozen, active moment in time.
Let's put that on a timeline. Say at 7 p.m. you start studying, and at 9 p.m. you finally finish. But if we snap our photo right in the middle, at 8 p.m., you are right in the thick of it. So you'd say, I will be studying. See how that works?
Okay, moving on to section 2, when to use it or framing your shots.
Basically, this builds into 3 real-world communication scenarios. You can frame your shot for a specific future time, for simultaneous future actions, and, surprisingly enough, for polite questions. Let's break these down.
First up, a specific future time. Take the sentence, at 9 o'clock tonight, I will be watching a movie. Imagine literally hitting the pause button at exactly 9 p.m. while your favorite sci-fi film is actively playing. The focus is entirely on that exact tick of the clock. Next, simultaneous actions. We use this to show 2 different things happening at the exact same time. Like while you are cooking dinner, I will be setting the table. The actions are running perfectly parallel. It's honestly an incredibly useful structure for dividing up chores. And then there's the third use, which is a fantastic linguistic trick. It's perfect for polite questions. Will you be using your laptop this evening? Notice how much softer that sounds than just bluntly demanding, are you going to use your laptop? It completely changes the tone. Which brings us to section 3, negatives and questions, adjusting the focus. So if you want to talk about what won't be happening, it's a super simple adjustment. Just drop not, or the contraction won't, right into the middle of our core formula. Subject plus will not plus be plus your ing verb. Bam! Meaning reversed. This tweak lets you easily describe an empty frame. I won't be working tomorrow, or she won't be sleeping at midnight. You're basically saying that if we take a snapshot at that exact time, that activity definitely won't be in the picture. Now, what if you want to ask about someone else's snapshot? Easy. You just flip the word will and the subject. So your question form is will plus the subject plus be plus the verb ending in ing. Let's see that in action. Will you be studying tonight? Or will they be traveling next week? And the great thing is you can just respond with super simple short answers. Yes, I will, or no, I won't. It keeps the whole conversation flowing politely and efficiently. All right, on to section 4, avoiding common mistakes, developing a clear picture. So, we want to make sure our grammar photos aren't blurry, right? The absolute most crucial rule here is to never drop the ing on your main verb. Saying I will be study literally stops the action dead in its tracks. The correct snapshot requires continuous action, so it has to be I will be studying. That ing is exactly what gives you that sense of active progress.
Also, after the word be, you always use that ing form, never an s or the base verb. She will be sleeps. That totally ruins the photo. It absolutely must be she will be sleeping. Just keep that ing securely attached and you're good to go.
Finally, section 5, quick practice and summary, testing your camera. Let's dive into a little interactive practice. Take a quick second to mentally fill in the blank for this sentence before I give you the answer. At 7 p.m., I blank dinner. We're using the root verb eat. Think back to our formula. Got it? Well, if you guessed will be eating, your snapshot is perfectly in focus. At 7 p.m., I will be eating dinner. You just successfully captured that action right in the middle of its progress. So, just to quickly recap everything we've covered today.
Your course structure is always subject plus will plus be plus an ing verb. And you're basically going to use this for three main scenarios: actions in progress in the future, simultaneous actions, and polite questions.
Keep practicing these linguistic snapshots in your everyday conversations. It's a real game changer once you get the hang of it. I want to leave you with this final thought to really test your skills. What will you be doing exactly 24 hours from now to change the world around you? Picture it, put it into a sentence, and capture your own future. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and